Welcome to Pub Talk, the unofficial official craft beer podcast of Oklahoma, where we're all about the 4 Bs, beer, buddies, bongs, and bullshit. I'm Jeremy, and I'm joined as always by a guy who's down for a pod with adoptable dogs, Michael.
Hello, hello.
On today's show, we have stopped, dropped, and opened up shop in Ponca City once again for a Humane Society event taking place at Vortex Brewing. We'll give new meaning to the term Rough Riders as we talk about this fantastic organization and their adorable pups. Don't worry, we'll get some beer talk in as well. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode, and give us a follow on social media at Pub Talk Podcast. All right, let's get started.
You know, now thinking about it, we should have called it the 5 Bs.
Barks.
Barks should have been in there.
We should have.
Man, I feel like we've really
It's not
really
too late,
missed the
man.
boat on
Power
that
of
one.
editing.
That's true.
Magical
Or I can just leave
digital
this part
editing.
in.
Yep. Oh, yeah, this
People
is
can
gold.
Well, it's
This
just
is
like
gold.
It's just like when I named the beer. I named that beer that we're using for the fundraiser. I was like, so I've been posting it as just Tell Tell.
Yeah.
Tell you about my best friend, and I was like, today when I was filling out the sign, I said, dude, I missed the boat on that. I said, so when I made the sign out today, I wrote Tail as Tail.
Oh, yeah.
Man, it's like, dude, who's the witty guy now?
See what we
I mean,
did? See what they did?
I'm slow on the uptick, but man, I got there.
You got there eventually.
Right.
Any means necessary.
Well, I think most people that are listening probably have an idea of who you guys are. You're recurring guests, but we're lucky enough to have 2 of our favorite guests here today. I'll
Awesome.
let you guys kind of introduce yourselves to anybody that doesn't know.
David Thomas with Vortex Brewing, one of the co-owners. Been around for about 3.5 years, and really enjoying what we're doing here in Ponca City for sure.
Matt Sullins, Simply Green Extracts, Stillwater, Oklahoma. I'm formerly of Dead Armadillo and Iron Monk Brewing, so you guys have seen me before and had to listen to my opinions once or twice. How many times has it been now? Is it still leading?
Probably 5.
Oh God, there's no way I'm leading. Joe's got to be.
I think you guys
winning by now. I know he was pretty excited when he tied me the one day, but I think he's since passed.
Are you
Yeah,
talking
and
about
you did
on
it
the?
after that.
Are you talking about on the pub
Yeah.
talk? Dude,
Yeah.
dude.
I guess we're brewing the beer with him.
I guess the one we did over at Broken Bow, we weren't on a pub talk, or we were just on
No,
a
that
different
was
deal.
just for the
Still
magazine.
counts. Should
Man,
still count.
I feel like it should count. I feel like I should get that counted, man. I mean, so I feel like.
If we're counting the number of times I've gotten drunk with people, Joe wins hands down.
Oh, really?
But-
Okay. Well,
How many times have we hung out?
I guess I need to step my game up. So I'll be there next Saturday. I'll see
There
you
you
guys
go. There you
next
go.
Saturday.
Yeah,
F&A.
there you go. Well, we should start off talking about the event that's going on out here today with the Humane Society and the beer that's been done for that. And let's kind of let you guys run with it.
So reaching out, we actually had the Humane Society of Stillwater reach out to us about another fundraiser to help, if we would be willing to donate something to their fundraiser they were doing for the Humane Society over there. And we did. When they came over, I thought, this is, we do a lot of stuff with the Ponca City Humane Society, and we will continue to do stuff with the Ponca City Humane Society. And I got to thinking, I said, it's not about just where you're at. We should be doing this for anyone. I mean, it's like anyone. We all have the capability of jumping out there and helping saving some pets and our fur friends. So I seriously, I got 4 dogs, an embarrassing amount of cats because my wife. But you know what? I love them all, and I want to take care of them. And I believe that it's in our ability to help. And when it's in your ability to help, you should. So just sticking in Ponca City, we're happy to team up with the Ponca City Humane Society, but we're happy to team up with any Humane Society. We're wanting to help anyway, get dogs adopted, cats adopted, whatever that may be. So, reached out to someone. Matt got a hold of me. He's involved with the Humane Society of Stillwater. He's on the board. Is that correct?
Yeah, I sit on the board of the Humane
Yeah.
Society. Yep.
So he's a huge, and I've known Matt through the beer contact when he was with Iron Monk and Dead Armadillo, and sad to see him leave the beer industry, but glad that we're still connected. So
Yeah,
it works out.
Definitely. Our love of dogs keeps us bonded.
Right?
Yeah, there you go.
Our canine brethren.
That's
Yeah. So I'm I sit on the board of the Humane Society, like you said. So I'm involved in fundraising, trying to fundraise for the Humane Society, and try and adopt as many dogs as possible. We're a no-kill shelter.
Awesome.
So we've been very fortunate to. We've got a shelter director, Jackie, who does a tremendous job of saving as many animals as possible we can in the Payne County community, and really statewide when we can. We accept animals when possible, when we have the space from across the state. We're no-kill. Like we said, it's been several years since we've had to put a dog down for anything other than like a health-related issue, and we're very proud of that. I wish I had the numbers in front of me, but no, they're good.
Yeah.
Jackie works really hard as well. Do the volunteers down there at the shelter. So, when I heard that Vortex was willing to do something, these guys are great. Like, we take every opportunity. With COVID, it's really kind of hurt some of our fundraising because we haven't been able to do some of the events that we've done in previous years. And so like events like this are really nice to try and do what we can. So we're very, very appreciative of the guys at Vortex and for what they're willing to do. At the end of the day, it's just about saving as many dogs as possible. I think everybody can get behind. Most cool people can get behind.
Right, the cool people can, right?
Yeah, I don't
You're
trust.
not a dick. You can get behind.
I always like one of my favorite quotes. Like I don't. If a person doesn't like a dog, I'm kind of suspect. But if a dog doesn't like a person, I trust it 100%.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. So it's all about the dogs.
To me, it's like it's like how can we save as many as possible? And it is a thing that we deal with. People, I believe there's a program working that people should be getting their animals sprayed and neutered. That should be a thing. I mean, that will help tremendously if that happened.
Yeah.
And just being responsible, and look at your Humane Society. Look at your local shelter before you go and buy a dog.
Yeah, you don't have to buy from a breeder.
Absolutely, man. The best dogs I ever had were not a full-bred dog. They were the best dogs I ever had. Were some of the best, or were just ones that showed up.
And dogs are smart. They're appreciative. They know when you've come through and you've saved them from a worse situation.
Sure.
And they know and they understand that on a very real level. It makes a huge difference. Like, adopt, don't shop. Like, I'll never guilt anyone for having a dog, like, regardless of how you get it.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like, if you're in the position to adopt or rescue a dog, then, like, I urge you to please consider doing so.
Yeah. Yeah,
and if you own a dog, please spay or neuter your
right.
pets.
Absolutely.
There are too many every year that luckily not in our shelter, but that nationwide get put down simply because there's not enough space. Like we don't need another Labradoodle. We need another like adoptive parent.
Right. It's like, and that's the thing. It's like that, and your cats. It's like these are things that fix feral cats. It's like there's a ton of feral cats around Ponca City. There's a great program going on right now. It's a fix a feral program where they're going around and they are collecting cats. They're trapping them. They're fixing them, and then they're releasing them. That's I had 7 feral cats around my house. And I fixed every one of them. My wife and I we trapped every one of them, and we fixed every one of them because we love the cats, and but we just didn't want to have any more babies. Like there was plenty of babies. They kept making babies.
That's what they do,
right? So
that's what they do.
So it was like, let's stop the baby making. Let's just take care of the cats we have. And so we did that, and and that's a great program, and I'm sure Stillwater has that program. These are things that are really great for the community, and really just getting your dog spayed. If you're not planning to breed that dog, which I hope you're not, I hope you're looking at other avenues. But get your dog fixed, get your dog spayed and neutered. It's like these are major things. So
one unspayed wild feral cat turns into 1,000 cats.
Sure.
No exaggeration.
In
about 4 years, it turns into 1,000 feral cats.
Absolutely.
Like their gestation period is shorter. They're giving birth to more babies. It's
and they do it young.
Yeah,
I mean, you can have a cat who is 6 months old pregnant.
Yeah,
that's a real thing, and it's like, and they start from that process and just. It just compounds.
Yeah, and then just a couple months
later,
They
give birth. A couple months later, they go and eat.
It
just becomes a thing. It's like those are not. If they're not stopped, if it's not dealt with, is becomes people go, oh, what's that? But it's not that bad. We can control it.
Yeah.
And,
And it starts at home with like
and they deserve a chance, feral or not. They deserve a chance.
Yeah.
So for sure.
definitely.
We have that problem at my house in Tulsa. We have feral cats, and there was one that just kept having babies, but we were finally able to get her fixed and
Right.
released. Because it's also sad to see those kittens, and then who knows what's going to happen to them.
Yeah.
They almost all of them died from like one batch, so we tried to catch it, and she had another one, and then we were finally able to get her. So it's cool that there's programs like that where people, where they're fixing to re-release them.
Yeah, we had the father of all our feral cats was a big white cat, just pure white cat, right? He was big tomcat, right? But he was not. He would let you pet him. He was cool enough to let you pet him, right? But but we have all these feral white cats running around our yard. So the great Judy Roberts, who is our vet, who helped us with the fixing of these cats. She was like, you know, I didn't know where you lived until I drove by your house and saw the white cats in your yard.
That's awesome.
What's the process when someone comes out to an event like this? Like I heard somebody earlier say they're looking forward to drinking beer and petting puppies. Well, what's the process if they want to actually adopt a dog?
If they want to adopt a dog, we've got our computer set up here. I mean, they'll just fill out the forms. It's as simple as like filling out a form and paying the fee. So long as the dog is ready to go, and we feel that it's a responsible person, you know, that's serious about the commitment, then yeah, it's as easy as that. It's saying like, hey, we want to commit to this dog,
Right.
And then yeah, we do it. I mean, we accept dogs back. We take dogs back if it gets home and doesn't, you know, it's not a good situation. But yeah, I mean, it's as easy as coming out here, petting the puppy, and deciding that this is your friend, you know,
Right.
and then it's also it's as easy as that.
I need this dog in my family.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it actually worked out for me. The last event I had, adoption event, I went home with a dog because almost the same situation as today with
Right.
with Tripod.
That is your dog. Stop
Yeah, it
it.
was. I know. I brought my wife specifically today to prevent me from going home with a dog.
Your wife's so holding that dog right now.
I know
Just for
she
the record.
is, and I'm aware of this. And I have for those of you who don't know, I have 5 dogs at home, so I'm pushing maximum capacity. But 5 dogs and 6 dogs, same damn thing. So,
Right.
So who knows? We may be,
That's a little dog. How much food could it eat? How much food could it eat, really? For being honest.
fine. It's fine. Anyway, I'd like to introduce you to my newest dog, Demon Witch. But yeah, like no, this is what happens. See, this is what happens at these events. I come out here. Usually, I meet like the ugly, cool one, and I dig it. And then I spend the entire event trying to talk other people into adopting that dog. And then when they don't, I call my wife frantically, and I'm like, we can't let this puppy go back to the shelter. He's going to think something's wrong with him, and there's nothing wrong with him.
He's perfect.
He's perfect, a little poopy whoopy doopy. And then, like, I got another dog. And then it's probably going to happen again today. So someone please come down to Vortex.
This is not live, so you're
2 days
screwed.
ago. Damn! Retroactively call me, and I might have a dog
Time
that can
travel
go home to you. Go home to you.
Definitely leaving that sound in.
That smells like grapefruit. I am not even lying.
pineapple
Dude,
chunk.
I was like, dude, is that straight up, like, is he smoking like grapefruit rinds? Because I feel like he's going all organic over here.
We are all organic.
I am good, man.
Just to throw this in there.
I'm just
Simply
saying,
Green,
I take a hit off that. You'll be sleeping over here. All you hear is
We are
snoring
one of the-
coming from this mic.
one of the few true organic farms here in Oklahoma.
Oh my goodness, it
All
smells
living
delicious
soil.
though.
And
No.
we
Tasty
might as well
delicious,
dive into that, right? Since you're alluding to it, you have left the beer industry. Matt.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
So tell us what you're up to now.
Oh yeah. So
Sorry.
yeah, when COVID hit, I ended up jumping out of beer and taking the opportunity to get into the cannabis game. This is a totally different world, but yeah, I'm basically doing what I did in beer, doing sales and marketing for Simply Green, which is an organic farm in Stillwater, Oklahoma. So we grow premium cannabis and quality concentrates. It's all organic, all grown in living soil. You know, we use bugs to kill other bugs, kind of a thing. Like it's very exciting. It's fun. It's relaxing. It's delicious. You know, like I look over the course of my career, and I'm not a religious man, but that's the one time I will say I feel very blessed to have had the career arc that I have.
Yeah.
Because I've essentially gone from selling, beer to whiskey to back to beer to selling weed now, and it's like, all right, like
Crazy that happened in Oklahoma, right?
yeah, if you would have told me in 1997 that I would have been like when I was marching on the Capitol in my normal shirt, that 24 years later I'd be selling cannabis legally in Oklahoma, I would have.
You couldn't have told me that.
Wished you were.
You could have told me when it happened. I'm like,
it's a surreal experience.
No.
There are definitely times when it's not lost on me the fact that like what I do on a daily basis, people are in jail for still and currently.
Right.
It's a surreal feeling, and it's not lost on me. But it's a very fun and exciting industry to be in. Oklahoma has some, say, aggressive laws, so like we're really on the forefront of a brand new burgeoning industry, and it's really cool, to be a part of that, to kind of build stuff as we go along, and it's fun. It's kind of taken what I loved the most about being in beer was being around small business owners, passionate people, intelligent people, scientifically grounded. And I've basically taken that and moved industries, but that aspect of it has stayed the same. It's like they're still passionate, they're still very well versed, they're still hardworking and dedicated to what they're doing. It's just a different thing that we're doing, and I always see myself as a sponge. I kind of feed off that, and that's what I need in my life. And so, like, I'm fortunate now to work for a company that's run by a very passionate person, very very dedicated person, very hardworking person. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Like,
is it raise time?
I mean, what? Now that we mention it, like I wasn't really thinking about it, but like I did kind of grease that wheel just a little bit. So if you're listening, but no, like it's just nice. Like I'm down to work as hard or harder than anyone else in the room, and so it's nice when you have like a boss that's willing to match your pace. And so like I don't know, respect to me is key. It's paramount.
Yeah.
So it's nice. I really appreciate who I'm working for and what I'm doing now.
That's good. That's important, man.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah.
Not that I wasn't before.
And growing a business, growing a small business, and growing that, putting those roots in is really important.
And that's what I've always loved that about the beer community is that it's at the base of it all is it's just a bunch of passionate people who took the risk to do so that they could do what they want to do and what they love to do, and not take the easy route, that it's that a lot of people fall into, and so like I don't know, like I respect that, and so like I'm all for it, like, whether it's beer or cannabis, like. I'm down. I'm down to basically. I like to party. So
you're like Ricky Bobby.
Yeah. No, I definitely don't know what to do with my hands. That's why I'm always now. I can just smoke a joint, and so it's like I have something to do with my hands now, which makes me feel comfortable. But yeah. Long story short, small business owners, I'm a fan.
Absolutely.
Small business owners and dogs. Keep my heart.
I don't the cannabis about I still find even today like we're 3.5 years into it, I find the craft beer industry is very like the community is very tight knit. It's like they don't mind sharing information, they don't mind sharing things to help you be successful.
Yeah,
and it's like, dude, that's really cool. I mean, it's like that's the thing when I get around craft brewers and we talk and we're like, you get a chance. Like we were. This past Wednesday doing a beer with the CBAO, and we got in and just getting to hang around with some of the other brewers, and it's like I walked away going, man, I feel really good, and this is a great event, and they're doing a lot of great things, and we, and I learned something in the process. Like it's like if I walk away from something, I don't learn something. I feel sometimes I feel like that may have been a wasted opportunity. But and that may be on me or on whatever else. But I feel like I was too drunk to listen. that's what I love about the craft beer. It's like it's really tight knit. It's like
Yeah.
really working together, and
It's brotherhood, like,
absolutely, man.
like
And it's the small business. It's like we're battling a giant, and I won't say the giant's name, but we all know who it is.
yeah,
So
100%. That's yeah,
Does it rhyme with Schmanheiser Schmush?
yeah, something like that.
yeah.
Curious.
And Biller Pours.
Yeah.
What are some other ways that people can help the Humane Society? I know you do a percent of the beer proceeds today for specific beer, and there's a list out there of supplies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
donations. Man.
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like I hate to sound like just a shill, but like money. We do have a list of supplies. We have a list available on our website, hspets.org. Paper towels, plastic bags. Like everyone's got a bag full of bags under their sink. Whenever that
blankets,
starts
man.
to get too big, like instead of throwing it out or trying to recycle it, which they don't recycle those, by the way, bring them to your Humane Society. Like we're constantly in need of those paper towels, bleach, cleaning supplies. We're having a walk and wag, which is a very fun event on April 24th. That you can go to our website, hspets.org, and register. It's $25, but you come out to, we're doing it at the Kicker parking lot, which is at Boomer Lake in Stillwater on the 24th. It's a 5K run, or if you're like me and just even the thought of that, I'm breathing heavy just saying 5K. It's like you can walk it with your dog.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
But yeah, I mean, it's a fun event. To help raise money for the shelter, because at the end of the day, it's about raising money. COVID hits everybody hard. It's hit a bunch of nonprofits really hard. We've been fortunate where we're still adopting out a lot of dogs by appointment only, but we're still able to move. But at the end of the day, we really just need money. In off years, I would say come and volunteer time as well, but now we've got to limit that just for safety reasons. But yeah, just visit the website if you like what you see. Please click the donate. We have a link, a PayPal link to our donation button. Just
Absolutely.
Please click that and donate what you can. If you're having a birthday fundraiser, you can do. You can select the Humane Society of Stillwater. There's actually a very cool app called Wolftrax, WOLFTRAX, that you can download on your phone. And if you take your dog for walks, or if you just walk in general, you can select a nonprofit, of which the Humane Society of Stillwater is one of those, and it donates it's not a ton of money, but it adds up. It donates money depending on how far you walk.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah, it's really cool. It's called Wolftrax, WOLFTRAX, and yeah, like you can, wherever you are in the country, you can download that app and select our shelter, and it'll donate money. And again, like every little bit helps. Awesome. It's an in-sum game, so it's just like collecting pennies,
Yeah,
and trying to save dogs. So
I know that humane societies and different organizations across the nation are always working together to help move dogs around. So that's an expense that comes up.
Oh, yeah.
Getting dogs rescued and getting dogs moved to a different location, maybe another state.
Oh, I mean, little
for
Demon
adoption.
Weasel we were talking about earlier, the one that's
Your dog, dude. That's
probably going to
done.
be number 6.
That's your dog.
Probably never going to be number 6 for me. I mean, yeah, like he just had surgery because he had some holes in his mouth, and he's not yet a tripod, but as soon as he's recovered from his mouth surgery, we're going to have to remove his back leg. So he's a soon-to-be tripod. And yeah, none of that's free.
The happiest tripod I've
Yes,
ever seen.
yeah, 100%.
Seriously. Happier than that tripod.
Trust me, he gives zero shits.
Right?
like, I think it bothers me more than it bothers him.
Right, it's like he
But,
don't care.
he
It's
doesn't
like,
care.
like, dude, I love you. And I don't care about
yeah.
that. Like,
It's not going to slow his tail.
Yeah,
roll
right.
At
No,
all,
not at all.
At all. But yeah, I mean that stuff's not cheap. I mean we get
Yeah.
discounts from vets, that work with us. I know Perkins Road Pet Clinic in Stillwater, and there are some other Mustang and some others that work with us. I'm forgetting. Please forgive me those of which I am forgetting. But they do work with us. But at the end of the day, it does cost money.
Right.
And we rescue a lot of dogs over the course of a year, so it all adds up. And all of our dogs never leave our shelter without their vaccinations or without being spayed or neutered. So all of that costs money and adds up too. So yeah, I mean, really, please, if you can donate either to us or to your local shelter, please us,
Yes.
but like local shelter, somebody, if you can. If not, no judgment.
And people look at things like this, and I've ran across this before, and I'm going to quote someone, but so they'll come across this thing and they'll say, "This is too big. This problem is too big. It's too vast for it, what little I do won't do anything to that, right?" So there's a quote from Mother Teresa that says, "If you can't feed a million, feed one."
Yeah.
And that's exactly right. You don't have to conquer the mountain. Sometimes just helping someone to get up the mountain is enough. Sometimes just, if you can't feed a million, just feed the one. If you can do that, there's success.
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
it.
do that one thing. If it's $1, then it's $1. That dollar, if everyone gave $1, that $1 could be enormous.
Yeah. And it's $1 more than what we had.
Right? So,
like,
in reality, that dollar could be a huge amount. So, even like what we're doing is like, I know that what we're doing is not enough to conquer it all, but it's at least a step. It's going in the right direction.
Definitely.
And if you can donate, we have donate boxes. Like donate, we have people come in and say they'll pay for the next adoption for someone. Like those are huge things
yeah,
too.
100.
Right?
Yeah, very huge.
Just do those things. Those things could be a huge, like you could put a fur buddy with someone that's going to be a forever home. They're going to get love and the most amount of love they're going to ever get. Right?
That's a good way to look. I mean, think of it like an $80 donation a day pays for an adoption fee.
Right.
For someone to have their best friend with them for the next 10 to 15 years.
Yeah, right.
So like what's a one and done click of a button today is a decade long commitment and memories and love
huge
that's
memories
now in the world.
And pets are unconditional love.
Yes.
It's unconditional. You can yell at a dog. Don't do that. But you can yell at a dog, and I'm going to tell you, within seconds, that dog, if you yell at it now, it didn't stop loving you, and it's going to love you just as much in a minute, or if not more, in a minute, because it's just that's what it is. That's what that dog is.
To please,
dog is unconditional love. They don't
please.
care. All they want to do is be around you, and that's all they want to do.
Yeah, my life has been saved by a dog on more than one occasion, and I'm not talking pulling me from a burning fire.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
Anybody else want to go hug their dog right now?
I do. Damn it.
You should.
Where's your dog at, Matt? Why's your dog
I'm
not
sure my wife is guarding it. And
She was guarding us over there earlier.
You can't adopt this one. It's already ours.
Jackie's already like, you can just foster it. And like, there's a reason I have not ever fostered a dog, because I don't have the fortitude for it.
Like, get that.
I'm going to go off topic for a second. You have the best tattoos ever.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. One of which is my dog, Roscoe.
There we go.
He lived
Better,
with me
man.
for 17 years.
I was looking at this one, who is oh, dude, is that from Galactica?
That's Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, it's Adama.
Dude, I knew it.
And then it's my favorite captains. Then I got Han Solo and the Falcon.
Oh, dude,
and there's
look at
Adama.
Deadpool on the other leg. It's like,
and
sorry,
then
I don't want to off track it with it. Dude, that's awesome.
Captain Mal and Serenity.
Look,
yeah.
We had a Mother Teresa quote on this show, which is definitely a
right. That quote is, to me, that's got me through things.
Is, man.
Because to me, it's like when people look at mountains and they go, so my wife, she kind of said something to me in that terms. We were moving, right? And I finished moving, and it was so much stuff. And I was looking at this thing I was looking at it going, I'm done. I'm over it. I was so done. And my wife looked at me, she looked at me and she goes, "How do you eat an elephant?" And I was mad. I was stressed out and mad. I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" She goes, "How do you eat an elephant?" I said, "I don't know." She goes, one bite at a time. And I went, "Oh."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I get it now.
Yeah, man.
It's no anything worth its time or worth the effort. You just can't jump to the end. It just doesn't work that way. You have to take the first step. There has to be another step.
The old saying, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with that first step.
Right. Absolutely. It's like you got
each one teach one.
And the Mother Teresa thing is it's the same principle. It's if I can't feed, it looks like that problem is too big for me to handle. Well, if you can't feed a million, feed one. It's just start with one.
You maybe can't save the world, but maybe you can save one guy on your block.
Right? And that's pretty good. That's pretty awesome.
Maybe
can
guy
I save
goes
one?
On to save one guy.
Right? So, and I put that towards everything. Like saving dogs, anything. It's just, how do you save one?
Yeah.
So how do you start? How do you get started? And move from there. if I save one and you save one and you save one and you save one, well, hell, we save 5.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. And it's an end-sum game. You know, like it's about, you know, whether you're running a small business and it's about saving as many pennies as possible, or you're just trying to be a philanthropist and it's about saving, you know, as many people or as many dogs or as many cats or whatever your passion is. But it's about trying to do better.
Right.
You know?
Sure.
Like, I don't know. To get too philosophical.
You know,
now, but
well,
like,
I
leave the
get
world
it.
better than you found it.
I
Like
get
if we
it.
if we each strive to lift up, you know, those around us, then at the end of the day, we're all standing higher.
It's like I have a glass of grapefruit juice right in front of me when I'm sitting right here, the side of my nostril, with this thing here. But
Well,
it smells delicious, dude. I love it. I love grapefruit juice. Like, dude, that's amazing.
Simply Green, Stillwater, Oklahoma.
So, yeah, we're
617 East Red Bud Drive.
We should talk about the beer you guys did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It's
we did
delicious,
do
by the
beer.
way.
Yeah.
Absolutely delicious, by the way.
thank you.
It's very good.
So yeah, we do a lot of kettle siring. It's really, you know, we like doing it. We partner with a local facility here in Ponca City, actually, who creates our lactobacillus.
Oh, very cool.
Which is very awesome to have a local place that creates your lactobacillus. And so we use that in all our sour beers, and we were able to create this one, which is crazy. I'm gonna tell you, I finished brewing it last Wednesday, and it's on tap today. So we used so it's our basic kind of wheat beer. It's a wheat and 2-row beer, and we started using Kavaikis like a year ago.
Quite.
Oh my goodness!
Dude. That's what I was about to ask you, since you said you just like 72 hours and you're done.
Yeah, Kavaik, dude.
Yeah.
Kavaik. So we use Kavaik Cornadol, which from Omega yeast, and like seriously, I go Kavaik is probably, that Hornadol is probably my favorite one. If you want to add a fruit, or if you want to add some hoppiness to it that has fruit characters to it, because I find that Hornadol just really brings out really
Accentuates.
That's not the right word.
No?
I think that's
Okay.
sexual, isn't it?
Sure.
It really brings out those flavors. It really brings out those flavors.
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for? It's exclamation point. No, it's not exclamation.
Is that the word we're looking for?
I think accentuate.
Is it accentuate?
Accentuate?
I think accentuates the
That
right.
that wrong?
sounds sexual, but
Well, it is if you do it right.
so we
Everything
use
is
the
good,
Hornadol.
right?
I just find just really brings out those flavors and any fruit, any
Yeah.
tropical
The
hop,
those
or
esters, man.
Yeah,
Like,
dude,
it
I was like,
fucking
it's so good. Like,
punctuates it.
and it ferments at such a rapid rate.
Yeah,
like
it's
you
magic.
You could be done. And like we were pitching fruit in on Monday. I was like, yeah, well, we're good, man. It's fermented out. We're fine. I pull the yeast off, of course, but I told Matt, I said, yeah, I'm going to do a blackberry raspberry, because I had it sitting here. I was going to use it in a different beer, and I never used it. I was like, well, it's sitting here. I should burn through this already. So it's like,
I'm gonna put you in contact with Ben Saller of Burnt City Brewing in Chicago, because they do a festival every year that celebrates that yeast.
oh, really? I love that stuff, man.
Yeah, because we
We used it today in another
awesome.
beer. So
It's magic.
Like we're doing
fucking magic.
It's another fundraiser beer. But we used that one, that yeast, and we added blackberries and raspberry puree from it to it on Monday. We kegged it on Wednesday. On Thursday, actually, we gave it an extra day. We kegged it on Thursday, and it's ready today.
And it's delicious.
Dude, it is like, so yeah, we use that, you know, and actually everyone I gave it to today, the guys that we sampled it like 7 o'clock this morning because we were brewing, and so we're sampling this today, and everyone was very happy with it. Like, dude, it's great.
delicious.
So
It's
25% of all the proceeds of this beer will go to the Stillwater Humane Society, and we're very happy to do it. So, and if you guys want to drop off any donations to the Stillwater, you guys tell us Stillwater or Ponca, because we collect for both. I don't care any longer. So I just want to collect for puppies. I don't
Either one is all good.
Right. It is all good.
Yeah,
I just
all
want to collect
good.
for puppies and cats. So it's
Yeah.
that's what that's what it's about. So
Yeah,
I
getting
mean,
animals off the street, giving them
correct.
homes.
We did that beer. We got that going on. So
Yeah.
very happy with that. We got several fundraiser beers going right now. So pretty happy about them.
We're not just saving animals, though. We're saving people, too. You know, people that
You know-
adopt these dogs.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
Adopt these cats.
Yeah. So
Right on.
And you guys will probably have that beer for a little while by the time this episode's out.
I hope not.
Not
Oh,
if I have
yeah.
anything to do with it.
Fair enough.
So there's only 3 kegs of it.
Fair
so
enough.
once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Get your asses to
Come
Ponca
drink it.
City.
Right,
ASAP.
so-
You want to talk about any of those other fundraiser beers, or maybe
Sure. Yeah.
get
So
that banner out there for Juju?
we love disc golf, which is crazy. I love playing disc golf. Played for years. So we got the local disc golf club. We're doing a fundraiser beer with them that will come out Wednesday. It's a pale ale that we did with Galaxy hops and Mosaic. It's a session session pale ale. It's a honey session pale ale. We did 5. It's only 5%. Easy drinking.
Yeah.
The next one we did a little more serious. When we were brewing this batch of beer, we split the batches because we split one batch. We took the one and we split it off. And we put them in 2 different fermenters and same yeast, but the other one we had some blackcurrant and I wanted to use it as well, so we did. Unfortunately, an incident happened last Friday where a young boy had been he had a horrible accident where he was under a bus. He was ran over by a bus. Not the bus's fault, not the kid's fault. It's just a bad accident, right? So we're taking that money, and fundraising it to help his family pay for expenses and stuff like that, whatever that may be. The beer we brewed today is for a fundraiser in May that we're doing. This is for brain cancer research. We're doing with Stash Strong. There are about 200 plus breweries across the United States who are joining in on this. So we're part of that. So we're proud of doing that. It has some. We have one of our servers and wives of one of our owners is her sister died of brain cancer. So those are pretty strong things for us. So and I think people ask me what do you consider success is, and at first for the longest time I couldn't answer that. I didn't know what you could consider success was. So I got to thinking about it. Probably in the last year, I realized success was being able to give back to the community without question.
Yeah.
And that was what success was to me. It's like if we can give back with no questions, we didn't worry about the pocketbook, we didn't worry about the bank account. If we could do that, that was going to be was success.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful, man. Like
So that's what we went with. So we're not doing this for any reason. We're not doing it for publicity. We're not doing it for. We're doing it because we want to. It's not we have to. We want to do these things. We want to save as many dogs, as many cats as possible. We want to help people, help the community.
That's what a brewery was supposed to be
Right.
back in the day. It was a community center.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, essentially, it's not just about producing beer. It's about a place where everyone in the community can come together, bring their problems, their collective problems, and then let's solve them
Correct.
as a unit. Like, let's make everything better. And I think it's that sincerity, that genuineness of spirit,
Right.
that I've loved in beer. Like I've said it before, I think everyone measures beer and market share, and there's the pie and all that shit. But one of the immeasurables is that the amount of good that's done by breweries with stuff like what you're doing. It's absolutely beautiful. You can't put a number on that of
Right.
what it brings, like the sense of pride it brings to a community, the sense of togetherness, all of that, man. It's beautiful.
In reality, you guys are part of that because you don't come here. You're not charging us. You do this out of your time. You put your effort
Yeah.
in this, and you're putting this out to the public. So you're helping us get our message out there, and that's a huge thing. You're not doing that for any profit. So you're part of that collective. If you don't buy a beer, you don't brew a beer, you don't do any of those things, but you're still doing these aspects. These are huge aspects to making us be able to achieve what our goal is, which is, to me, it is to be able to give back without thought, like without consideration. Like I just want, we got our pie.
Yeah.
Our slice of the pie is here. Like here's, this goes back to you guys.
Yeah. Not trying to get rich, we're trying to be good.
Right.
Leave the world better.
That's awesome. Any other points we need to hit, or
No questions we had. Covered everything.
Yeah.
It was good.
either you guys have any kind of final thoughts or anything you want to close out with?
I don't have nothing. It's good. I'm glad to be back around Matt, though, man. I get to see it a few times, right? And it's like, and I'm glad that aspect is still around, regardless if he's in the beer industry or whatever that may be. I'm glad you're in the pet industry, man.
Oh, man.
So,
I want to say, like, hey, ditto, right back at you. I'm happy to be around you, but thank you. I mean, thank you. Sincerely, thank you. Like, on behalf of the Humane Society, on behalf of me as a person, thank you.
well, congratulations on your new dog.
Hey. I guess number 6. It's borderline official.
Actually, now it's podcast official. So now you got to take that dog home.
Jesus!
I mean, you don't take that dog home now. You're a dick.
This is going to be my selling point to Jessica here in a minute. Like, I don't want to be a dick. Like, I've pretty much built my entire life around
not being a
the
dick.
concept of not wanting to be. I've probably been one a few times.
No, you've not considered a dick.
Not on purpose.
Right. So
most of the time.
So now, if you don't take that dog home, you're an absolute dick.
No, I mean, unfortunately now, honey, we're beholden to this dog.
You already named it.
Yeah, no, Demon Weasel, DW for short. And if you saw it, you would understand.
That's coming. That's happening
Right now, it's going
I'm
to be
posting
a B-roll
it.
picture of Demon Weasel, and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, I get it."
Yep.
But yeah, apparently I've got 6 dogs now.
I appreciate you guys coming out again, man. I know it's not our normal time, but I always enjoy seeing you for sure, man.
I weirdly feel like we'll be back in November.
Right. Well, it will happen.
Yeah.
I always invite you. It's an open invitation on our anniversary every time.
That's
So.
right. Yeah.
Let me know, and I'm down to go.
Thank you guys. It's always a good time.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you.
Until next time.
You've just listened to another round of Pub Talk. Thanks again to Dave and Matt for joining us on the show today. Make sure to give them a follow at Vortex Alley, Simply Green, and the Stillwater Humane Society to show some support and keep up with their events. If you like what you heard today, show us some love all over social media at Pub Talk Podcast, and to continue getting alerts every time we drop an episode, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button before you go. You can also find out all you've ever wanted to know about the show and more by heading over to our website, pubtalkpodcast.com. And remember, folks, there's never anything too big or hard in life that you can't handle it over a few beers with your good friends. So until next time, just chill to the next episode. Bye.